Welcome to Great Match Generator, where I am not going to intake on Twitter discourse anymore because I deleted the app. Yeah.
Twitter's fucking terrible.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Twitter is terrible, and I don't want to be associated with it anymore. So I just deleted the app. I still have the Great Match Generator account, but I may delete the DJD Kooks account. I might do it. Do it.
So if you deactivate, you have 30 days to reactivate. So you just have to reactivate every 29th day and then deactivate again.
Oh my god. That would be too much. So I'm not going to deactivate DJD Kooks then. What I'm going to do is just retweet Great Match Generator links. That's what I'm going to do now. So if you just want Great Match Generator links and stuff like that, or my intentional thoughts, then you can follow me at DJD Kooks on Twitter. But you can follow me on the Non-Toxic Wrestling Friends Discord if you want my real-time thoughts now, because I'm not dealing with Twitter anymore. So, how are you doing, Adam?
I'm good. I got the day off. Just watched all these matches today.
Yeah.
Got through them pretty good. I mean, they're good matches.
I thought they were good matches. It was a strange bunch of matches. I'll say that. To say those.
Very, very random. Had me all across the board, man. Because I watched the shoot style match first, and then I watched some shit from 1978. Then I watched CZW, and then I had to watch then I watched Brett and Anvil versus Bulldog and Dynamite.
Yeah. So I have the door open here. It's a nice day out. Where is it a nice day out in Cincinnati where you are?
Yeah, I'm actually recording outside.
Nice. Very nice. I'm not recording outside because there are neighbors talking, but I actually have the door slightly ajar. So it's a nice day out. And I'm gonna take a walk after
this
we record. Yes.
I'll probably go for a walk too.
Yeah. A lot healthier when you take walks. So let's go in date order here. Today's 4 matches are mendoza versus Tatsumi Fujinami from New Japan, August 13th, 1978.
Was it New Japan or was it EMLL? Because I got confused for a second.
It was New Japan.
It was? All right. It just had Spanish commentary on the link.
It just had Spanish commentary, yeah.
Okay.
Then we had British Bulldogs versus Hart Foundation from September 23rd, 1985, Madison Square Garden, WWF. Then we have Kiyoshi Tamura versus Volk, 1997, September 26th, rings. Then we have Necro Butcher and Toby Klein versus Nick Gage and Justice Payne from CZW, June 11th, 2005.
Boy, do I have some notes on that one. I think that's the most notes I've ever taken on a match like that.
I didn't take any notes for any of these matches, honestly, because I'm a little worn. I'm a little worn on wrestling, honestly, and it's mostly because of the discourse. And I'm just going to say this. Wrestling discourse has gotten to the point where it's gotten insufferable, and that's why I deleted Twitter. And if I enjoy something to the point where the discourse has gotten me to enjoy it less, I know there's a problem. And I talked to my therapist today when we record this on Monday, and he agreed. So we agreed to delete Twitter from my world. So
the right call.
It's the right call, and it's the only call. So let's get into these matches. mendoza versus Tatsumi Fujinami first, since we go in date order. What were your thoughts on this match?
Started off real slow.
Yeah. It's 1978, so we weren't wowing here.
Okay, so the first fall was kind of boring and like
they had some nice exchanges on the first fall. I hadn't.
Yeah, it was just a little slow for me.
Yeah, it was a little slow. I agree. The whole match was slow, and it's sort of weird getting used to that lucha style that Mendoza had. But once you get used to it, it becomes natural to watch it and natural to see the slowness of that late CMLL style or EMLL style. But I enjoyed this match for what it was. It wasn't like mind blowing or eye popping, to say the least.
I really liked the leg work in like the second fall, and then like, and Fujinami was selling it really well, but then like Fujinami hits the suicide dive, and I'm like, I was told they didn't do that back in the day. Like, if you
wonderful.
You know what I mean? It was a great suicide dive. I didn't have a problem with it, but
but some wrestling pundits tell us, oh, they didn't do that back in the day. Oh yeah, they did.
I mean, I think it's egregious when like Seth Rollins or someone gets his leg worked on and then he does 3 suicide dives without selling it. I'll agree with that, but like, call it for what it really is with like some of these old timers.
Yeah, they're just being disingenuous. So it's a pretty good match for what it is.
Yeah. I went 3.5. I mean, that's not.
I went 3.25.
Yeah.
And as we say on the show, we're a half star with each other. We basically agree.
It's the same rating.
And we're not going to qualm on each other's ratings. We're like, how dare you give this 3.5? How dare you give this 3.25? Because it's not like I thought the 2 out of 3 falls nature of the match really took me out of the match.
Yeah.
I did pop for the suicide dive. I did pop for the ending of the third fall. The finish. Yeah. But I thought overall this was a good match for 1978.
Yeah. I mean, for
time. What were your thoughts, Adam?
But like I said, I thought it was a good match, just solid. I mean, if you put yourself in 1978, it's probably like some of the best I've ever seen. I don't know. Well, I say that, but then like I was talking to people about it today, and like I don't know, there's like Bockwinkel matches and Terry Funk matches and shit that are like
better,
much better.
Right.
Those are 2 examples. I'm sure Fujinami had a bunch of good, like, better matches than this too, right. And Mendoza.
Right. I bet Fujinami and Mendoza have had better matches than this, but this is a good relic of its time.
Yeah.
We have to get to British Bulldogs versus Hart Bandit. I really enjoyed the story of this match.
I did too. It's fucking Bret Hart, you know. I say it every time Bret comes up. I love Bret so much. And like my first 3 notes here, Bret, ! Hammerlock spot. Bret, 3 exclamation points. I just love Bret so much, man.
I think what Bret does well is the small things.
Oh, yes.
Just personified, and you notice those small things, and especially in this match, you notice like the small hammerlock spot. You notice things like the way he runs the ropes, the way it's also different.
The turnbuckle, where he takes the turnbuckle. There was like, as they were setting up the last comeback for Dynamite, that
was literally hot. That was literally molten.
Yeah. So Dynamite comes off the ropes, and you can tell they're setting up. Like Dynamite was supposed to look like Bret went for a backbreaker, and I guess Dynamite was supposed to like get out of it somehow, but they kind of fucked it up. Bret just recovered so well because
Brett and Dynamite are great.
Yeah, so Brett, that's how we got that spot where Dynamite reverses Brett's uppercut into a backslide, and then that leads to the hot tag to Davey.
Yeah, that was creative stuff, and that was probably done on the fly, and it really shows like people can call it in the ring, and if something goes awry,
well, you see, like right after that spot, like that sequence fucks up, you see Brett look over at Davey and say something, and you can almost tell he's like, "Hey,
we're gonna do it this way. We'll figure it out. We're gonna do it this way." And Davey probably trusted because Brett is so good.
Yeah.
The finish was really creative too. I really liked the finish.
Yeah. Brett was so good during the fucking heat segments too, man. They did 2 heat segments, which
normally you don't get in a WWF tag match. You only get 1 heat segment.
And then so like we were talking about the story and the finish. So the story is Brett and Anvil keep finding little ways to cheat, and it's kind of like a Southern style tag almost.
Oh yeah, it's very Southern how they work that.
And they're they keep finding little ways to cheat, and then they try to get one last like way to fuck over the Bulldogs. The ref gets distracted. Davey comes off the top rope and headbutts Anvil, I think it was, and Dynamite pins him. Yeah, and it's like the face is finally outsmarted.
And then the Hart, and then Brett was flabbergasted, and it was a really smart finish.
So good. 4 even. 4 stars. Even.
That's where I went to. I went 4 even. Very good wrestling. Very good wrestling.
Like I said on the phone with you yesterday, it's a shame more of that stuff doesn't exist. Like stuff with Brett and Dynamite, like the Calgary stuff. I would love that.
Oh, I would love that Calgary stuff. I would salivate at that stuff. But what does exist is Kiyoshi Tamura versus Volk rings 9/26/97. And we were on the phone yesterday, and we were like, "Are we burnt out on shoot style?"
I think I am, because like I was talking to like Cass from the Great Match the Greatest Match Ever Discord. I was talking to him today, and like it was just like I was like I just didn't like this that much. He's like, that's one of like the best shoot style matches ever, and I'm like, fuck, I am burnt out on this shit.
I didn't like this either. I didn't hate this. It's more.
I think part of it too is like this is like supposed to be like the greatest match ever project, right? And you get a 3.5 star match, and you're just like, yeah, I see better than this on every New Japan show and every Wednesday.
On some indies, we see better than this.
Yeah.
On WWE, even we see better than this, and I'm like,
I'd have to watch to find out, but
some WWE. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure WrestleMania will give us probably 2 or 3.5 plus star matches.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I'm probably going to watch WrestleMania and just to watch it, and
I haven't figured out.
Yeah. So it's just this good little story.
Yeah, I like them
with
like
the arm work with the arm and the leg work.
Yeah,
but is this best ever?
It's
Khan's really good for the limited experience he has.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They get into like they start using rope breaks early and stuff, and that's supposed to like
enhance.
That's good. Then it slows down with some grapple fucking. Then they stand it up, and Tamura just starts kicking Volkan's ass, and that rules. Like Tamura
that rule.
Then it slows down again, and then it's just like
the finish comes out of nowhere. I'm like,
yeah,
I would want one more Kiyoshi Tamura ass kicking segment, and then I would rate this 4 stars. That's where I was.
Yeah, I mean the crowd was into it too, so I can't really bitch too much. But like, I think we're probably both just burnt out on the style because we've had a lot of these matches lately.
We had a lot of these matches lately. A lot of shoot styles come up lately. Like, this is very well done. I can say this is very well done. Volkan is a prodigy.
Yeah.
For the limited experience he had. He only had 60 matches, apparently.
Yeah, something like that.
For him to be this good, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And be considered for a greatest wrestler ever. Where did he finish on the greatest wrestler ever project? Let me look.
Even to remember, I remember him finishing really high one year, and I was like, wow. Because this was before I knew of the project, but I hadn't like watched enough of him or the shoot style in general. I really hadn't gotten big into, like, it was a blind spot for me until probably about a year and a half ago.
Volkan, let me see. He finished 60th. In 2006, he finished 42nd. So he's going to be a contender again.
Yeah.
But if the dude only wrestles 60 matches,
yeah,
and all of them are on tape. Like here's my thing about it. It's like, I'm going to poke holes into this dude's game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of weird to judge it on like that level because like it's hard to say like he's one of the greatest ever if he only has 60 matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It really is hard. I might not even put him on my list. But I rated this 3 3/4. Not like I hated this match.
Yeah, like I said, it was a good match. I went 3.5. It just wasn't.
I don't think we're engaged enough. I don't think we're.
Yeah.
And maybe me being off Twitter will help matters too, because there's lots of negativity.
Yeah.
But we're going on to the combat zone.
Oh. This has to be the first time we can say the best match or the best wrestler involved in the match we watched was actually on commentary, right?
Oh my God. I gave this 3.5. I felt dirty for giving this 3.5.
I went 3.
You went a flat 3.
Yeah. It
was sloppy.
There was okay, I have 2 things in here just about like he was just like a walk and brawl, but like deathmatch version, not like the Jeff Jarrett version. And at one point I saw
the Jeff Jarrett version of a walk and brawl. That would have made it a lot worse.
Yeah. I like Jeff, but that was like there's a spot in this match where you get like the worst German suplex I've ever seen. And then there's like
Necro is not a good bumper. And I watched the Samoa Joe match earlier today. He wasn't good in that either.
Well, but that was like that. I love that match though, because that's just like
that's just wild. That's just freaking fun. That was just
it's
Necro
like mixed
wild bump.
Vader crack.
Yeah, exactly.
But
what made that match fun is the hindrance of this match.
Yeah. They also had like the stuffed pile driver, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The stuffed pile driver near the end of the match, right?
Yeah, and they like hesitated forever, and the lights are like fucking up in the arena.
And then Nate Hatred comes out.
Nate Hatred comes out, and I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" I didn't watch like old CZW death matches.
He's from the Hate Club, and
yeah, I know. I'm aware of who he is, but like he comes out and like the 300 people in whatever arena. I'm guessing ECW arena.
It was ECW arena. They're going nuts.
They're acting like Steve Austin came out, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?"
This is Nate Hatred. This is Nate Adrian. This is not Steve Austin, my friend.
Yeah, it was like it's like they heard "Do you smell?" and like they started going crazy. No, it was just it was Nate Hatred. No offense to
Nate Adrian.
Right. I was like flabbergasted by the whole thing.
Gage was the best wrestler. Gage and Justin Payne were the better team in this match by far.
I do like that both teams. It looked like Justice Payne and Necro Butcher stopped at Kohl's to get their shoes right before this match. I thought they were like the air monarchs that like old white dads mow the lawn in.
My God. Like, and we have to talk about the commentary of this match too.
I mean, Eddie's great.
Eddie, John House, and Eric Gargiulo. It might not be Eddie Kingston. It might be John House and Gargiulo.
No, he called him King at one time.
Oh, so it is Eddie Kingston?
Yeah. Because like I talked to you yesterday, and then like I start that file today, and I'm like, I know that voice, bro. I know that voice anywhere I hear it. And then like later they said like they were like, yeah, they blah blah blah, something Tournament of Death King. And I was like, yep, that's Kingston.
Yep. I confused it because Eric Gargiulo and John House. I know the lead guy was Gargiulo.
Yeah.
And he's fantastic. He's what Kevin Gill aspires to be.
Oh, not Kevin Gill slander.
I'm sorry.
Trust me, I get it. He's like Kevin Gill's like almost too much of a fan to be doing commentary.
Yeah, exactly. And even when Rob Naylor was doing commentary at one point for like these promotions, like when he would get giddy, it wasn't like as unnatural as Kevin Gill would get.
Yeah. Because Naylor still knows the assignment, you know?
Right. And commentary made this match. Commentary made this match what it was.
Are you sure it wasn't the Easy Bake Oven that made this match, though?
Oh my God. That Easy Bake Oven took a beating. That suplex, that power bomb.
Yeah, I was like tweeting today and I was like, I don't remember what I said. I like kind of had like a little thread and I was like, yeah, now Nick Gage is getting assaulted with an Easy Bake Oven.
It was an Easy Bake Oven because boy, and the bumps they were taking on that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
They took some disgusting bumps. The bump where I think Justice Payne gets dumped onto like the what do you call it? The plywood thing.
That bump was nasty. I
was scared before it even started because I was just like,
that thing's not gonna break. That thing's not gonna break.
Right. And I was like, are they gonna get him up and over? Like I could see this ending poorly. And then like
they got him up and over.
Yeah, and then the thing doesn't break, which like those pallets are supposed to hold thousands of pounds, so it shouldn't break. And then like I don't know, there was a spot right after that where when Hatred was in there and he fucking basically bealed
them onto a cage, and the cage door was freaking dangling on the apron, and I was scared to death.
Oh, another one. There was the spot where Gage and Necro are both like on their knees exchanging punches. And I swear to God, Necro shoot punched Gage, and I was like, "Oh, this is brutal to watch." And then right after that, they go into a barbed wire spot where the barbed wire gets stuck in Necro's goddamn face.
Oh yeah, I remember that spot. Yeah,
like makes it stop, please.
This is actually the match I retained the most from because of the absurdity of it.
I see, and I don't mind deathmatch type stuff. Like I went 5 stars on Punk versus MJF, for instance. And not that that's a death match, but there's sick thumbtack chain shit in that match, you know.
But this was not necessary for the feud.
No.
No.
I think deathmatch stuff is just more fun live. That's probably the problem.
Yeah, probably. That was probably a blast live, but watching
Yeah, I mean, like, I went to that GCW show the night before All Out, and I had a blast during that War Games match they had, and then just like every 30 seconds, somehow glass is getting broke. Like, it's like, and I was still having fun. It was so fun. But it's a live thing.
right. Right. It definitely is a live thing because, but I can tell you the next 3 episodes, no shoot style.
Good.
So, next episode, Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn, NXT, our Evolution.
I've watched that recently. We did like an old NXT watch along, like pre.
I remember that match being very good.
It's really good. Pac is so good, and Sammy was really good until I think he's kind of cooked now. But
Rick Rude versus Ultimate Warrior from WWF SummerSlam '89.
Love me some Rick Rude.
Yeah, I think it's SummerSlam '89.
I assume is that the Cage?
Let me look it up real quick. It's a singles match. It's not the Cage.
So that would be probably from when Warrior was Intercontinental Champion, right?
Yeah. Warrior won the belt from Rude.
Okay.
This is a Warrior title one.
Wait, I thought Warrior won the belt from Hunky.
Warrior won the belt from Honky, but then Rude won it somehow. I don't know. We'll do the research next time.
Yeah.
Katsuyori Shibata versus Jun Akiyama. Russell won from August 4th, 2005. That should be fun.
Did you see the news for DDT?
Yeah, I did. AEW's new partner.
Yeah, I need Akiyama versus Kingston.
Oh, I need Akiyama versus Kingston right now.
Yeah.
I need that.
I mean, I want Akiyama versus a lot of them dudes, but I'm not going to do like the obvious, like, oh, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega. Like,
we need the All Japan boy. We need the All Japan boy, the one who pays tribute to all of them, wrestling Akiyama.
Yeah.
And then Rockers versus Buddy Rose and Doug Summers from AWA, Christmas night 1986.
Bix said something the other day. I don't know if you saw, it was more bad discourse, but like, as long as the right people were talking about it, it wasn't bad. But we were doing like rankings of all-time great Canadian workers, and he brought up Buddy, and I was like, man, I haven't seen enough of them. I gotta fix that. So this will be good.
And then the episode after that, Akira Taue versus Toshiaki Kawada from April 8th, 1995, before the Holy Demon Army. Holy Demon Army collide. Then we have The Shield versus Ryback, Daniel Bryan, and Kane. TLC match.
Got to be the only time Ryback made our list.
It probably is. Jim Breaks versus John Cortez from Joint Promotions. 2281, World of Sport.
Some catch style, World of Sport. Let's go.
And then Katsuyori Shibata versus Tomoaki Hamna, G1 2014.
Hell yeah.
And then we have the episode after that. We have El Hijo del Santo versus Espanto Jr. from Mask versus Mask Monterrey. 8/31/86. Then we have Terry Funk versus Harley Race. NWA. Houston. It's probably the Houston stuff. 7/1/77. And then we get some Victor Zangief in the area. This is 2 episodes from now. Victor Zangief versus Shinya Hashimoto from the Dome Show in '89. The initial Dome Show.
Yeah.
4/24/89. And then Jumbo Tsuruta and Genichiro Tenryu versus Riki Choshu and Yoshiaki Yatsu. 1/28/86.
I watched that one last year. That's a banger.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. And then the one after that, there's an Andre the Giant match from 1970.
Wow. I need to see more old Andre. Like I've seen like the obvious ones. Like
look at this lineup. This is 3 episodes from now. Tomohiro Ishii versus Katsuyori Shibata, the Tomohiro Ishii versus Katsuyori Shibata match.
Let's go.
Dustin versus Cody.
Oh, adrenaline in my soul.
Koji Kanemoto. It's the Andre the Giant versus Frank Valois from France, 1970. And then Koji Kanemoto versus El Samurai, best of the Super Junior final. That episode I'm really looking forward to. So no shoot style in the next 4 weeks. Yes.
So
let's go.
You said it was Kanemoto versus Samurai, right?
El Samurai, 97.
I feel like I've always been higher on El Samurai than everyone.
Maybe you have. We'll find out.
Weird.
But plugs.
At Adam Neary, NTWF, Discord, all of our Discord servers, Social Suplex, Danny's, mine, my buddy Rob.
I deleted the Discord server.
Okay.
I deleted my Discord server. So it just wasn't active enough, and I just didn't feel like moderating anymore. So that's why.
I think I'm about to actually probably be put as moderator on another server just because I want to help them get it off the ground. But it's tough. I mean, it's rough on me just doing like the admin stuff just to make sure like everything's good. I mean, we're almost at 5 months now, so things are flowing pretty easy, but yeah.
So it's okay.
One last plug, catch me on Spaces with at Wrestle Cringe every week.
I won't be because I'm off Twitter.
Right. 7 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday. We do a quick roundup of all the news, preview Dynamite. Some weeks we do a post show. Our post show this week had as many people listening as Girl on Cinema's post show had. So shout out.
Fuck Girl on Cinema.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
I was like, how she grift all that and like all she can get is 25 people, but like me and Cringe just start doing shit and we get 25 people. Like,
let's go.
Terrible.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's freaking go. So you can follow me on Twitter. I won't be posting much at DJ DKooks, DKOOKS, and I gotta get this Twitter right. Twitter.com/Great Match Pod, I believe is the Great Match Pod. Yep, it's Great Match Pod. Yep. Great Match Pod.
Follow Great Match Pod. Follow Social Suplex. All the guys and girls involved with Social Suplex. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Shout out. They were just actually all together. A lot of them were actually at the New Japan Tampa show.
Yeah, and didn't a bunch of them get together for Revolution too?
Yes, they did. Rich Latta performed at the AEW. There's a vlog out there.
I watched his little vlog today. I finally got around to that. His vlog where he was like heading to the show and everything.
It was really good. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. So, follow Rich Latta at Hiroshi Tananeshi. I'm gonna butcher this.
I think it's at Rich Latta 32 is his handle.
Rich Latta 32. He had something Hiroshi Tananeshi as a Poka Tanahashi. But that's not his real Twitter handle. That's his like profile name. But he's gonna kill us probably. But it's okay. We love Rich Latta. We love Jeremy Donovan. We love Young Boy. We love Josh McLaughlin. We love everybody on Social Suplex. Floyd Johnson, my brother. We love everybody on the Social Suplex Podcast Network. Thank you all for listening. And this was Great Match Generator.